of play out of players like Shox, who really stepped up there towards the end.
Definitely. Shox was performing to an unbelievable standard, but we're about to hop into map 2. It's Mirage here at 1xbet odds at the top of your screen, favoring Team Spirit now in the series. Team Vitality got a lot of work to do to try and change that fact. As we head into this one, it's going to be Vitality on the T side. Take a look at the utility they've got into this one. Smoke and Flash and Shox, the rest on Kevlar. For Team Spirit, everybody on Kevlar bar SDY and Chopper. Look at the fast mid-play here from Vitality, straight up connector, looking to try and get out on towards the A bomb site. Mir trying to chip in behind them. It hasn't actually been able to get anything out of it. And now Chopper, oh, they're jumping down CT. Tailson's come in with a headshot. Chopper hasn't been able to get anything out of it. And Vitality, they've got the bomb planted. They've got it locked in. No kills yet for Team Spirit. They're losing players rapidly. They've lost 2 already in ZywOo, holding for the connector play. Magix is the next victim, and Vitality off to a clean and clinical start here on Mirage.
Solid work. ZywOo again coming through with another good pistol round, which is something we pointed out previously. He is the best player so far this year in terms of top teams in those pistol rounds, even better than Simple. Has been dealt with at the end by degster, but it won't have any impact on the outcome of the round. SDY, nice clear of that angle. That's not what I'd have expected, but Kyojin up on the van gets spotted, so 1 extra kill at the end there. But Vitality off to an early, strong start with that A play.
And Team Spirit, their force buy definitely packs a punch here. You know, you got a couple of deagles he's adding here. We've already seen what they can do with those weaker weapons over on Dust 2. So Vitality's force buy, or investment should I say, needs to work out for them. Need to respect what Team Spirit have got though. Utility being used up in the middle. Apex looking to put a little bit of pressure onto the defense as early as possible in mid. I like the Team Spirit are going for some of this ramp aggression as well, right? You want to get close to these pistols. You want to try and create some pressure and create some chaos. Kyojin's aware of that possibility. He's not going to be hanging around there on his own too much longer. And Vitality looked as though they want to go in towards this A site potential and A split into the late round if they can get those 2 players into connector. And Apex is going to start leading that charge in towards Con.
Slowly taking away areas of the map, but ZywOo has to be aware there's a player close by, and Mir wins that fight with the MP9, so it's the explosion out onto the A-bomb site. Chopper hears them all. He can't get a kill though, just not enough damage, and that should give Vitality a much more comfortable round.
Yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare for Chopper, not being able to get those kills in. Definitely makes things very difficult for Team Spirit, but degster, okay. Not a bad shot at all onto Apex, and now with the bomb planted, it's the 3v3. Team Spirit, they don't have a kit though, and that is a bit of an issue, but they have found 2 Galils. They get kills quickly, especially through the spam with the triple box. That would certainly open up an opportunity for them, but Vitality doing a good job at not giving anything away. They realize this round's losable. We can't throw this one to the win. We have to go and get this, and Masuda was the low HP player, getting 1 in the Mac 10, and Kyojin as well. Kills start to come through. degster looking to pick up the scraps, trying to eliminate everybody. He can make this very expensive right now for Vitality. He's doing a good job of that. Time's tucked too far, and he's going to have to run away. But degster makes it real expensive. 3 kills from him, walks away with a Galil, full set of Kevlar, including the helmet and a smoke. So degster gets away with something there.
Masuda barely surviving, took a bit of damage from the bomb blast too, but gets away with 1 rifle at least. Pretty well played still in the post plant from Vitality, realizing they could buy a good bit of time for themselves in that scenario. Kyojin eventually swung from his triple box position. That was one of the rounds where Kyojin actually had to be set up in the post plant. I think oftentimes Kyojin isn't in those positions where he's meant to get the kills. That Galil coming into play early though. degster getting that fight to go his way on mid. That could cause some issues here.
Oh, Mir trying to make something work with a short peek. Has exactly worked. Well, degster, long range. Galil has worked out for a kill there for the CT side, but nice trade out from Kyojin. Still the pistol stand with the man advantage. Vitality are down to players that look to try and reply. They're going to run up into short, and this is where Mir's deagle stands. I would think twice about running Mir down like that, especially when he has teammates in behind him at B. They're going to have to wait for Shox to try and make some plays here. He's distracting, but Magix just looks up and hits the deagle headshot, and now it's a real chaotic situation. Suddenly, only Masuda, and this is what Team Spirit can do. They can break your back with these lower tier weapons, and Masuda's going to have to try and find it. He's only got a Glock to play with at this moment. The Galil is on his back, but it must be out of ammo. Masuda's just looking for fights. There is a low HP player out to his left side, but even that will not stop SDY from taking his kill. Team Spirit will win on the pistols, and for Vitality, that's a nightmare. You can't really be losing rounds like that.
Yeah, this went pretty bad, pretty quick. After Magix landed that first shot, really impressive second kill onto Kyojin, who was attempting to close the distance. Spirit had enough players on the right side of the map to close it out. Now Vitality's buy looks pretty poor ahead of this round. Masuda gets the AK, while the CTs have everything available to them. Mir's taken so much early damage. A little lucky to get away with his life there, but he hops back through the smoke on just 2 points of health.
Oh, Mir trying to get aggressive up into apartments. Some aggression on the AWP with 2 HP. I'm loving this from Mir, but it's not going to work out for Magix. Luckily, Mir gets out alive. He doesn't get the trade kill, and that is a little unfortunate for Team Spirit, but an absolute wonder story for Vitality. They have lost quite a bit of map control from that aggression of Chopper, and he might just cause them a couple of problems here. Mac-10 right in front of 3 players, running him down from T-spawn. Chopper hears the footsteps. They run right by. They have no idea that Chopper will be holding that angle, and that's going to work out for a kill. Vitality have now lost that man advantage, but look who slipped the net. Apex has got through the top connector smoke, and he's into jungle. This might be a bit of a problem for Team Spirit because the AWP of Mir is in towards market. Apex could take him down, and degster spotted. P250 comes in with a kill, and now that's the flank gone. They have no idea about that now. Look at the B play.
Yeah, still susceptible on this B-bomb site. He's playing from the site itself. There is a rotate arriving, but it won't arrive in time. Mir has to hold. He gets the first kill, trying to get back to the site, which he will do safely, but Masuda hits him with the headshot, and SDY also hits the deck. Excellent work from Vitality. Back-to-back instant kills, and Chopper's got no real chance.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only player really to get going in this one with his ramp progression, but in the end, that hit from Vitality, you just get all the shots you really need there. You know, Masuda coming in, ZywOo hitting a quick shot as well. Those late round executes, you know, they can pay off if your players are hitting those kind of shots like that. Good round from Vitality. A much needed round as well, considering the fact that they lost to the Deagles in the previous and now come back with not a full force fight, but more of a... They had a couple of rifles in there, but it wasn't the prettiest to buy, shall we say, with Vitality. So a great chance to rebuild that economy again. ZywOo with the AWP, the AKs can come out on everybody now. For Team Spirit, this economy game becomes a little dangerous to engage yourself in, right? Because you're on the CT side economy, notoriously difficult to deal with. If you allow Vitality to win this economy battle, they can walk away with quite a significant lead on this T side.
Got the chance for it right now. CT money starting to waver, as you were saying. A couple of weaknesses in this buy already could be a concern going forwards. Slower start for Vitality into this one. Happy to go into underpass and eventually start to have eyes on mid. SDY is the closest CT here, but he's not playing it too aggressively. Even sitting back in jungle now, and they're sneaking into connector.
Oh, the double kill. Young is taken down to Apex and Masuda out of play. And Vitality, they've got a real difficult round in front of them. They've got to get past the Mac 10 of Chopper as well, and that's not going to be easy. This angle is really difficult to clear, especially if you already lost both of those connector players. At least you have one still in there. More pressure now on ZywOo. Kyojin hard clears Chopper, gets the kill, but Shox has been taken down. degster from CT now trying to get his second kill as well. Kyojin's low on health, but ZywOo is still alive. And when this man's on the server and still kicking, you never really know what is capable. for Vitality. The bomb plant starts to come in, but now it's all ZywOo. ZywOo in the 1v3. Can he make this work? Flashes come in, utility blinding him. He has no idea where they could be right now with that smoke up. He doesn't know if they're sticking the bomb. He's got to go for a shot, and now that's going to ring out. Gives his position away, and degster comes in for a quick kill. Well-worked retake there from Team Spirit.
Really well played as well, not to peek him towards the end there. Just don't give ZywOo any chance to pull the trigger, because then he has to assume, well, if no one's peeking me, I've got to just shoot the bomb in case they're just all on it or something, or if they're in the smoke, or if that player is still defusing. If they don't peek you, you can't really know that they're off it. So as soon as he fires the shot into the smoke, they're ready to peek from either side. degster lands the final shot. It's been a good start for degster, who's up to 9 kills, and now the economy game continues to be played between these two teams, with Vitality missing a couple of rifles in this round.
Yeah, it's a real dirty battle they're in right now. You're not going to get the full buys out. You're not going to feel entirely comfortable, but Team Spirit, they've got a really good buy right now because they've been able to pick up those upgraded weapons from the Vitality players. Once again, Vitality looking for the A hit. Looking to send their troops on in, and Chopper's been quiet so far. I think he's had a lot of opportunities, but he hasn't really been able to get kills yet. Finally, that's his chance. That's the kill as well. degster getting one more. He's up to 10 now, and another one from degster, just holding down the fort. CT spawn is his domain. Apex and Shox really trying to make something out of this, but right now there's just no way you can really see them getting into a situation where they can contest. Shox is going to be up on top of the bench, looking for an overextension, waiting for a CT to stray into his path, but that's not going to happen. Right now, Team Spirit playing very disciplined Counter-Strike. They want to get over and done with this round. They want to be in the comfortable position where they can actually take the lead. It's going to be the double swing out. Good peeks down. Shox has been able to get one on the deagle, but other than that, should be Shox going down very shortly. He's down towards lower connector, and degster. Really good round out of him. 12 and 2 right now. This is the degster we've been waiting to see, and it's awesome that he's doing it on land now as well.
He just derailed that push instantly. They never got it going. They never got it off the mark. On the Vitality side, they run into the AWP. Utility not good enough to deny that sniper on the hold. You see, no real flashes coming into his position, so he's able to just take a couple of fights over the top. At that point, Vitality are in trouble in the round, and they take a timeout ahead of this one, but it is an eco coming up. Maybe talking about the previous, because Apex looked pretty frustrated on the face cam there.
Oh, we know that that Apex can certainly be quite an emotional player. It's probably a good time maybe to use those timeouts to let Xtaz, have a little bit of a talk to the team with how things have been over the last series. Xtaz has obviously had a big influence in terms of being able to talk most of the time. Now at LAN again, all those rules will start to kick in again. The players, the coaches, not going to be able to have as much impact. And they're going to try for a bomb plant here, Vitality. They're going to try and run out all towards the A bomb site. Bomb plant trying to come through, but it is denied, and it is clean again. degster just doing dirty work. 15 and 2 as we head into round 8. That is nuts. That is just straight up nuts.
He's got a gun round to contest with now, although the utility is still not ideal here for Vitality.
Yeah.
So if they are missing some nades, maybe that will help degster find some more angles. Maybe they won't have all the flashes to throw into his positions, especially because they're going to use some early utility on the mid plate. A couple of smokes at the ready. They peek before them, but degster not able to capitalize this time.
SDY holding at the bottom of connector. Shox is down to 10. Good kill there from Mia, and ZywOo though is traded out. Masuda's able to get the follow-up for Vitality. Really good start to the round here for Vitality, one that they desperately need, but degster once again being that thorn in their side. He's finally taken out by Apex. The bomb plant starts to come in for Kyojin, looking at security, will get the bomb down, but it's not enough to stay alive, and now Apex in the 1v2 clutch goes over to connector, spots out SDY, now looking for his next victim. It's on the Magic, boosted up on top of the ticket box, and Apex in with a much needed round win. Vitality needed the clutch, and Apex delivers.
Even saves the AWP at the end. And that's something that he didn't get excited about, but I think it will give him a bit more confidence in the team after winning that round, putting them in a winnable position on the A play. This time, degster's AWP doesn't just cut them all down early, only able to get 1 kill on the round. It's another timeout from Vitality, though. I wonder if this is Xtaz, the coach, calling for these, because it's very early on.
Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see if that is the case, right? Just a little tap on the shoulder, call the pause, call the timeout. They've gone for 2 very quickly. Maybe the first one to calm down the team, take the eco to try and get a bomb plant, relax, and this one to maybe talk about what you're going to do in the gun round. It has to be difficult to be a coach right now, especially when you've been so used to having all this time. Now you're limited to 30 seconds across 4 timeouts. It's going to be real difficult for the coaches to have the same amount of impact. You've got to be very succinct in your points. You've got to get them out quickly. And here go Vitality.
Same 2 smokes on mid from the T's, but not fully going off the back of them. Apex seeing what he can spot over the top, but the answer is not a massive amount, just the 1 player. ZywOo being freed up to try and make his play, but decides against that B pick. So a slower start this time for Vitality, who are just slowly getting that mid control, but not much else.
Yeah, they're really trying to play off ZywOo's ability to get opening kills. They tried that in Dust2 as well. They were going for some of these boosts. They were trying to get ZywOo into positions where he can get those openings, and then they would play off of that. I don't feel like they're that comfortable going for these rifle entries right now against Team Spirit. Smoke into deep apartments. A bit of a gap to play with. Magix, I don't know if he just got spotted going up towards the top of the cupboard. He's going to have to try to stay there. Flashes are good from his teammates. Kyojin's killed his own teammate. He's taken ZywOo out of play. And now the quick play from Vitality starts to run into B. Shox and Apex doubling up, but now SDY. He's slithered on by. They have no idea. Sneaky, beaky-like. Gets away with a bomb and a kill. And he's just going to stay alive inside of the site. He's even got Chopper over here to help him out. It's a nightmare right now for Vitality. A team kill. ZywOo down. And then the fumble into the B-bomb site. The bomb falling out the window. It's just Apex, and he goes down as well. That's a frustrating round for Vitality.
Oh, so many little things going wrong for them in that round. The team kill initially from Kyojin, who's just blind. Oh, can't even get the kill onto the player he was aiming for. And then they even get the entries, which make it seem like the round is going to look good for them, but they're unable to get themselves into a good enough position. Spirit find a way back. Such a topsy-turvy round, but one that Vitality lose. And it's actually Vitality that are having the harder time economically right now. They're the ones feeling the pain of the economy game.
Rumbu's failed as well. Nothing's going right for Vitality at the moment. And this is starting to get worrying, right? Because we're already in a situation where Vitality are down a map. They need a good performance coming into Mirage, and it's starting to really look good for them. Team Spirit starting to really ramp it up, getting the rounds on the board. Look at the amount of money they have. A few of the players here, degster 6k. Could get better for Team Spirit if they can win this next round. Vitality gonna come into things. Finally back to the buy again. ZywOo spending time figuring out the investment here. And he will go to the AK instead of the AWP.
Last second decision from him. But it is the rifles in this round, and it is an early play out through A ramp. They're already through the nades.
Oh.
Chopper has to play safe and call for assistance.
This is a really quick play from Vitality, and they've even got Apex down into middle here as well. He could do something here, because Mirage just walked into ladder room, and that allows Apex to get so close. He's at the top of Con. He can cut off these rotations. He can make a huge issue for Team Spirit. But Chopper, I love how he's moving forward right now. He tries to take the fight in towards Tetris. It's not going to work out. Shox quickly gets the opening here for Vitality. And now the charge forward. SDY looking to hold on. Going to throw his Molotov down into the middle of the site. Apex has got a headshot now for Vitality. Things are starting to look up for the French side. Team Spirit have got a lot of work to do if they want to pull this round back into any sort of contest. They're going to try and boost over the trash can, and they'll not spot anything. They'll not get a thing out of this, and I think Team Spirit, they're just going to back away and save their weapons. Vitality with a really quick play out towards that A site.
A lot of cool details in this round from Vitality. I think firstly, the A play is clearly to try and take attention away from mid so Apex can sneak into connector, which worked a treat. It drew the Spirit players over towards the A site. It took their attention away from mid so Apex could sneak into con. And then Vitality just sit at Tetris and go super quiet. And because Chopper was playing towards CT, he didn't really properly see the Vitality players. And once they go quiet for 30 seconds there, I wonder if Chopper just second guesses himself and thinks, you know what, all I've seen really are a couple of nades on A. I want this info. I want to see if there's anyone actually committing behind it. So he goes aggressive, gets baited into those Vitality players that were sitting there, and then Apex, who was in connector because of that early distraction, is able to get that other kill. That wins them the round. Really nice call from Vitality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We have got heavy A presence, but it's a little bit slower this time. That is going to allow Chopper to play in front of the ramp smoke. Two players from Vitality set up in top middle. He's going to have a little bit of a walk around in mid. He's going to peer down into underpass and actually go for a bit of a walk down here as well. He's going to get a lot of info. If Vitality continue to be slow, and they will be forced to be slow because of the counter utility from Team Spirit, this could be incredible from here. He's about to walk up in behind him. He's going to clear out the B apartments. No one's here. He might take some time fully clearing out the B apartments, though, and this is going to cost him some time. Utility starts to commit towards this A bomb site. Rotations quickly coming through here from Team Spirit. This could be an absolute nightmare for Vitality. They have to get these kills quickly. They have to get onto the site. You can't afford to start losing players and allowing the delay to come through. ZywOo starting to clear over towards B, spotting if he can see anybody right now, but Vitality, they're fully committed into this A play. ZywOo's found one in towards mid, but here comes the attack. It's Vitality running down the defense on the A. Bomb site, and they get all the kills. It's Masuda with the double, and the sprays through the smoke. Magic's coming up con, at least finds ZywOo. And there's actually still a chance here because degster's still alive and that bomb has not been planted, but right through the ticket box, Apex with a kill. And now Magic's, he spotted the bomb, he's dropped it as well. This is Kook a bit messy for Vitality. Magic's can't quite get the angle again and nearly drops the bomb in the cross once more. He's going to have to reposition, gets down into connector. Moving forward with his AUG. He's made the reload. He's thrown the incendiary in, and Apex can use that smoke to cross over to triple to try and play with his teammate. Magic's now trying to get the good angle, but they're both playing from CT. They've now doubled up for the post plant. The smoke's up for the meantime. This could be a bit of an opportunity for Magix to climb up on top and try and cause a few problems. He's really trying to figure out where they are. Magic's done a good job of getting that info, but getting the kills is a different story. He taps, he tries to pull them into the open. He's got the lineup. Oh, nearly away with a double. Vitality pull off the round.
Big impact round from Masuda, who had to get those entries onto the A site. That's a round that nearly got thrown into chaos for Vitality because ZywOo spots the underpass aggression. He spots Mir pushing through as the A play was happening. So Vitality may have got a bit confused as to whether they wanted to go or cancel the A play. They decide they just have to commit at that point, even if it is into a bit of a stack. And Masuda is able to overcome it with some great aim, but degster picks his spot this time, takes Masuda out early, and he wants a second. He won't get it this time, though.
Yeah, confident piece here from degster. He's feeling it right now. He's called to his teammate. They've crossed towards Tetris, and Chopper's going to try and duel out with the MP9. Hasn't come out with a kill, but he's done significant damage. The incendiary goes up as well, but look at this from Apex. Oh, are you guys attacking towards A? I'm just going to go into an empty B bomb site. That heavy rotation from Team Spirit has left a huge opening towards B. I wonder how much control Apex is going to get, or is he just going to be content with holding the bench? The issue is, though, he may be in the B bomb site, but Vitality still have to get through the apartments, and degster's rotated over. So he can watch the cross. But is he going to do that? He's not. He's going to get closer to the site because of that. Apex takes him out. A good headshot. Almost feel like it probably would have been the better call for degster just to hold that cross, see if he can get a pick. And now with a bomb down, Vitality, they've even got this lurk player of Shocks up in a palace, and he might just find Chopper. He does. Good headshot. For Team Spirit, pulling off this retake just seems too unlikely. And money is just not there for them, so they're going to try and save over to the other side of the map.
Lovely push and pull in this round from Vitality to find themselves an open B bomb site. Apex, again, spearheading a lot of these rounds, putting himself in those positions where he has to be the key man on these lurk spots, on these plays away from the rest of the squad, and he's been very effective in these positions so far. Got that all-important kill for his team. They do lose a couple of players at the end of the round, but it's no biggie for Vitality. They've got a 7-6 lead, and honestly, that's despite no one having a real standout game individually. Masuta's had a couple of nice moments, but it's not like we're seeing the crazy plays from ZywOo or shocks that we saw on Dust 2. It's really, on a lot of these rounds, the calling from Apex, which has been key.
Yeah, it's been a team effort, but it's also been a recovery mission for Vitality, because it was a bit of a nightmare start for them. And they've had to recover a lot of these rounds just to get them into a position where they're in a one-round lead. Now it's about getting into cruise control, getting into the comfortable situation to close out the first half. And to do that, they've got to win a couple more of these rounds. Shocks down in towards mid early. Peeks up in towards short, but no one there extending. Mir once again has gone through the underpass. He's all the way up here. Magix has cleared the apartments in tandem with him. So they've got so much info right now that Vitality are heavily leaning over towards that A side of the map. And so Team Spirit are going to delay with some utility, allow the rotations to come over, and for Vitality, they don't even have a fallback plan. They have to go into the A site. And Mir's about to flank into middle. This could be a nightmare for Vitality. Mir just might be their undoing. He's coming in behind, 2 connector players spotted, and they line up for Mir. A double kill picked up, and now Vitality got to think about how do we get into the A site. They know we're coming. They've got 2 kills. The connector approach is gone. Vitality all have to come in from Palace.
Couple of players on ramp trying to see what they can do. Degster's already got a kill. Chopper was blind. Okay, ZywOo gets a no-scope, but nothing doing at the end there. I think they realized they kind of had to go A at that point, but the round was already so difficult to win. Just that one play from Mir, getting aggressive, getting back into the action after a somewhat slow game for him on Mirage.
Yeah, and the difference this time with Mir's aggression in the underpass, and the reason it works so effectively and he gets the timing onto the mid flank, is because he has the push from Magix into apartments as well. Because before Mir gets into the underpass, but he has to spend time clearing out the apartments. But because Magix goes with him, he can get into mid quickly. And speaking of getting into mid quickly, it's certainly a quick start here for Vitality.
Didn't use the window smoke, so Degster got that initial kill, but now ZywOo is in position to deny him. They just used their strength in numbers to allow ZywOo to post up on a separate angle, and that's the AWP without Kevlar, making sure it just gets into a good position where it can hold the angle, not have to deal with any sort of aim punch, and get his team the man advantage, at least for now, because Chopper wants to change that, and he may get this man.
Shocks has seen him. He's also seen Shocks. Who is going to come out on top of this battle? The Deagle of Shocks to the AK of Chopper. And of course, it's the rifle. Just about 14 HP. Staying alive on Chopper. And for Vitality, they don't really have a whole lot of map control available to them. They're in top middle. They don't know if there's a player in con. They don't know if there's a player at short right now. There's 45 seconds left, and they got to figure that out. And once again, the flank is coming through from T-Spawn. Chopper, he could get another one. Kyojin is setting up utility. He doesn't think Chopper's going to be coming this way, but his timing might not work out. Kyojin gets around the corner, but it all comes down to whether or not they keep it slow. If they keep it slow, Chopper can get in behind and shut this all down. They go around the corner, though. He's just missed every single timing, and now it's on to Magix to try and hold the B-bomb site. He has to delay. He has to be able to at least get one here, and he's not going to be able to do that. Kyojin comes in with a headshot. The flank finally from Chopper. It gets one kill, but he needs more than that. The Ichigo soaring is it going to land a Kyojin? It will! And now it's just Masuda left alone. 1v2, gets the bomb just down in time, and even then it's denied. It's Degster with a Deagle swooping through. What a half of Counter-Strike. It's as close as you can get it here between Vitality and Team Spirit, and we're continuing it in the second half. It's 7 at the half. It's Team Spirit to lead the way on Vitality's map pick. And the Frenchmen are coming into this one and mapped down already. Could be a nightmare here for them, Hawker. You know, they really have to wake up. I feel like the slow start, they had a period where they really had to recovery mission. Good calling from Apex in the first half, but they're going to need much more of that here on the CT side.
And right now, it's only Masuta here on the B-bomb site. Big moment for him to try and step up because everyone's coming his way and he can't get a single kill. The Glock train runs him over and the B site is already lost.
Quick rotation coming in for Vitality to try and plug the gap. They're going to have two coming in from middle. They're going to have to go the long way around the boxes at top mid to get up into short. And in the meantime, Team Spirit have taken good post plants. They're even going to try and boost the player up into Ninja. And Apex coming up short now. He hasn't really spotted anything. Magix has got another kill, this time onto ZywOo. Off to the god of the pistols, and Apex starts things off with a nice kill on the retake. A second in as well. In ZywOo's absence, it's Apex that has picked up the mantle, but it's not going to be enough. The rest of Team Spirit just had too many players alive. And that's going to be a round win for Team Spirit at the start of this second half. 9-7 for the CIS side.
Solid stuff on the fast B play. degster still having a superb game. 23-6 now. Such an efficient stat line to have. SDY, though, getting that early kill off the mark early. And then Apex tried, but try as he might, his teammates aren't there to help him. Now it has to be the force buy from Vitality that comes through.
Team Spirit have mastered the Rush B. They just have mastered Rush B on every map, it feels like. Even on Ancient, the one time I got to see them, their B-side executes, they look pretty good. So Team Spirit definitely a Rush B kind of team. Now they're going to start sending some utility in towards Connector, jump spots from Masuda, up at the apartments, and Magic's going to start running forward with the Galil. Molotov clearing out the van. It's Shocks for the first kill, but getting traded out quite quickly by the AK of Mir. But there's still a couple of CTs here. Inside of the smokes, they're trying to be a nuisance, and Masuda, he's still alive, but they were so ready for it. degster is just in the server right now. He is performing like an absolute animal. This is giving me flashbacks to the degster performance against G2, if you remember back at DreamHack Masters. That was a nuts performance out of degster. He's on track for that right now. 25-6. He was nearly breaking 40 kills to that tournament.
And not too many flashy rounds for him in this one, but he's been solid at just putting up the numbers. Oftentimes getting just 2 or 3 kills a round that can make all the difference. And those add up. They've added up. It's been so consistent for him. Nothing doing here for Vitality at the end. Just holding on to their 2 weapons. And Mirage is not a curious pick, but one that Vitality haven't played too often. They've only played it twice in the last few months. They have got the 2 wins on it. It's a map they're starting to go in towards more and more, but not a map they necessarily have huge amounts of experience on with this lineup. So, you know, not having that Dust 2, which is their normal pick oftentimes, means they have to find something different. They go for the Mirage, and Spirit are doing it pretty well on it so far.
I think Team Spirit, just on a map basis, is quite a difficult matchup for Vitality. Because as much as you are going to leave Dust 2 in there, Team Spirit is just so good on it. And Mir just gets through that smoke onto Apex as well. And when you leave it up to the second map to be Mirage, as much as I hate the term puggy map, Mirage certainly is one of those, right? A little less so than Dust 2 maybe, but we're still seeing Team Spirit be very comfortable relying on their individuals to make a lot of big moments for them. And they're getting out quite easily in this one, taking 2 early kills. Chopper trying to get involved. He's done well. Rattling with a Galil, and it's just Kyojin left alone now. 19 HP and killed by degster. 11-7. This isn't even close if this continues like this. Vitality really need to get going in this gun round. They can't even afford to lose this one, I don't think.
Might be time to see more from ZywOo, who has been quiet so far. Here on the CT side, he should be able to pick his spots. And the disparity between degster and ZywOo right now is a real issue on the kill count.
Yeah.
Hopefully ZywOo can turn that around now.
Well, Apex is a long spray, but it's an opening kill. Vitality desperately need those. I would be a little bit worried if they had an HE grenade, but right now on Team Spirit they don't. So Apex is actually going to get out of that one alive for the meantime, because you can't use the Molotov while the smoke is up. So Apex kind of lucky right now. The bomb is coming back over to A for Team Spirit. They have one prong at Palace. That's going to be Chopper. They're starting to take some connector control as well. Looks like they want to split in towards this A bomb site. ZywOo's over here with the AWP. He's also got Kyojin in front of him. He has been quiet as well. This needs to be a really strong hold. Gap in the connector smoke. Magix tries to get through it. Kyojin comes down to timing. He's actually just let Magix get up on top of the stairway. Kyojin's going to get the kill. In fact, it's actually ZywOo. So the information passed over. And that's Team Spirit now having to focus through Palace and Ramp to try and come out for the attack. Chopper quickly gets rid of Kyojin, but ZywOo, that's more like it. That's the kills you need from him. And now it's just degster left alone. 1 versus 4. He's been fantastic so far, but this one, I think this is a little too far, even for a player of his caliber. And he's just crossing over into the Lions' stand, and because of that, he's fed up to the Lions.
Solid setup between the two A players there, working together quite well. Kyojin doing a bit of damage, then ZywOo gets the first kill, and the peek to the site means all the focus is on Kyojin initially, which allows ZywOo the chance to land some shots from CT. They overlook the AWP of ZywOo, which is something you can never really do, because if he's just in that position, able to fire off clear shots, he's generally going to hit them. A couple of nice kills there to put his team back in contention. Now ZywOo switching up his position. After sitting back in the previous round, he wants an early pick on mid in this one, but I don't think Mir's going to give him that opportunity.
I love how you call upon ZywOo, and literally in the next round, he just pops off like that. See if that's enough to ignite him into this one. He's going to try and look for this underpass pick. He might actually get away with it, and ZywOo is going to do that. Chopper down.
B play coming through though. The B site has to be held by Masuta and Shox. That same duo we saw on Dust 2 on B are doing it here on Mirage. Shox getting the early kill. Masuta still not giving away his position, and finally he pulls the trigger. Solid stuff from Vitality. A clean sweep on the round.
That's just a fundamentally good CT round, right? That's everything going right. It's how everything should have played out. Your AWPer gets the opening kill in towards middle, stays alive. They go into the B hit, and you have this just perfect setup between Shox and Masuta. And everybody just hits their shots, gets their kills, and doesn't overface, doesn't stay around in the position for too long. And that's the kind of round you need if you're Vitality. You got to have more of that. And right now, like you said, you know, that round from ZywOo has really put them in contention. They win this round, they're going to be 11-10. They have a real opportunity to tie things up.
AK and Mir could be something to keep an eye on, even if Mirage hasn't been as good for him.
I mean, it hasn't really been good for most people, apart from degster. look at this performance in comparison to the rest of his team's kills. It's kind of unbelievable. They're going to try and boost Mir to take the fight at window. No. Oh my god, how does he still get that kill?
Nice stuff from Mir. And that opens up a lot of options. Magix will be boosted up to go get that gun. A second AK retrieved, and a great advanced position for Magix to make the most of. He could cause a real issue if he splits onto one of these sites. And it looks like they want to end on A, where Kyojin's fighting aggressively, but he could easily get flanked if he's not careful.
Yeah, he's got to rely on his teammate for a little bit of help here as well. That's Shox this time. It was ZywOo previously, but now Shox playing from the CT alt position. Team Spirit, they have got weaker weapons. The AK coming out ramp. Kyojin,
wow.
What a play. Just bait out the rifle, forces Crosshair away, and allow the AK to get the kill. They're really setting this up well, and now they've got another rifle to play with. This is a full stack of rifles right now for Team Spirit, bar Chopper. The bomb plant trying to come through. Chopper's going to try and be a human body shield to allow that plant to come in. Masuta has got the kill. Magic's turning around now, striking into action. And with 7 seconds left, the bomb finally gets planted. It's on to Shox. 1v2. He's got to make it work, and it's going to be ZywOo out. He's got to make this happen. degster on default. Shox is going to start looking forward. He hasn't been able to get the kill. Slithering on by past triple. He's going to go for the shot, but as soon as you ring out the shot, there's going to be a peek from jungle. And when you're an AWPer in that position, you can't really pivot. So unfortunate there for Shox in the clutch, but Team Spirit, you said look at Mira's rifle. What happens? Mira just wins the round.
Those rotations for Vitality were so awkward, unfortunately, and Shox at CT was never given the chance to fight as his teammates rotated over, which is what he wanted. The fights just happened so quickly. ZywOo had to quickly pull his AWP out for that duel, which he did win towards Connector, and now ZywOo's got a headshot to start this round. Further aggression from Vitality in their favor, a 5v3 instantly without taking any damage.
That's a little bit of team spirit action coming at them right there. You know, that's how they were playing their CT side, this aggression. They maybe weren't getting a lot of kills from it, but their info was working out. But Vitality go for a bit more of a spicy approach to the round. ZywOo going and challenging down middle. And now they got to try and figure out what the next few steps are. Magix has missed that jump up into the window. Maybe trying to fake it out. Maybe try and fake out the steps into the window position. It actually goes back up into Con instead, so that's going to keep the attention of the jungle player in towards window because of the sound cue made by Magix. Spam starting to come through the close wood. Magix now clearing that position. This is really well played from Team Spirit to get Magix into this position. They really feel like getting him into Con is going to be a big playmaking opportunity. And he gets into jungle as well. Magix has done so much to get here.
Apex just rotated over to A from this sort of CT position, so now ZywOo has to make sure he's ready, and he is. Early kill, good. He's not going to get this one, or is he? He somehow survives out in the open, and ZywOo cleans it all up. Quad kill on the round. I thought he was done for as he rotated back to B, and even though he wasn't ready for them, he still gets away with it.
Not many players can do that. Not many players can figure out a way out of that situation. He was dead to rights as he came out the window. Somehow hits a reaction shot to land damage, stays alive, and the wallbang headshot on the exit as well. But this is the start of the round. Filthy headshot. Good information passed on from his teammates. I think Magix got spotted by Kyojin on default, and the defense adjusted accordingly to deal with that threat in towards jungle. So great job done. And now for Team Spirit, they're back down to the situation again. Mir on the AK. Oh, that nade. Oh.
Nicely done. Lands deep enough so that SDY does take damage. ZywOo realizing there's no need to overcommit to any sort of drop down. No need to take any unnecessary fights. It's definitely growing into this game now on the CT side. I think that's the main reason they're back in this. ZywOo's had a couple of huge moments to get them to this point. Now they're going to have an easier time.
More ZywOo!
Good kills from Apex. ZywOo wants even more. Maybe a bit too much, but he's going to chill now.
Yeah, I think it takes a little chill pill, spots the rifle. Doesn't want to go down to the pistols. 5 versus 1 though. For Mir. AK being saved into the next round wouldn't be the end of the world because he does have still $1,500. The helmet, the Kevlar, he could buy everything he needs if he just stays alive here. That's something the players are going to have to get used to, is adjusting those headsets again with those in-ears. They've had a luxurious year of just playing with their own headsets. And Mir goes back down in towards passing. Oh, a nice shot there onto Kyojin, but a very quick reply from ZywOo. They just limited the positions he could be playing from and eliminated the rifle. Amir will have $3,750 here in this round. That's enough to get the AK and armor, but a timeout for Team Spirit is required. Bad Fallen is definitely staring at ZywOo right there. I don't know what he's going to do to him, but looks a little angry.
And not looking too good for ZywOo. But honestly, not looking too good for Spirit. They have to take their first time out, and they're not finding an answer right now.
SDY just made me yawn.
Not finding an answer right now to some of these plays from ZywOo. This early success that Vitality are finding on the hold. It's actually a half buy called by Team Spirit ahead of this one, even though they had some money. They go ahead and decide to save for the full gun round. Bit of utility alongside some digs for Spirit in this one. Vitality will continue to play pretty similar setup. ZywOo's been switching it up slightly, but still tends to like to play on that A bomb site where the bomb looks likely to move into right now.
ZywOo holding down from CT spawn, waiting for the palace pop to come on out. Just waiting and biding his time. Eventually it will start to come out. The AK of Apex drawn towards stairs, and now connector, degster, okay. Just running with it. The Eagle gets his kills, but ZywOo, he really has just hit another level on the CT side. It's kind of unbelievable, but degster, a double kill from him in the round so far, and a chance now for Team Spirit. Dexter's got to do more, and he thinks about how can he deal with ZywOo, how can he get rid of him? And ZywOo's not giving them that opportunity, just hiding in the corner at ticket box. Okay, you have the site. You go for the plan. We're going to stop you from being able to pull it off.
Mir just picked up the smoke, so maybe that'll give him a chance, but it's the 5-7 of ZywOo rushing into the site. Mir tries to take the fight, but ZywOo with the 5-7 comes through with the kills, adding some style points.
All right, ZywOo's decided that he's going to show up on Mirage. This is just from nothing to a carry and just taking over the server completely. I mean, look at the rest of his team, okay? Apex is playing well, but 6 kills in Kyojin, 9 on Shox, 11 on Masuda. ZywOo's on 22. He's just had an unbelievable turnaround on the CT side, and he's not really showing any signs of stopping. Team Spirit sent forward players towards top middle. The bomb is with them, and Mir is looking to put some pressure into under connector. I think you got to just either figure out how you're going to neutralize ZywOo or avoid him.
He is playing on that A site again, so a bit more consistency with some of his positions now. Hasn't been going for the mid or B plays as often in some of the recent rounds. Spirit haven't tried a B play in a fair while. Could be time for it now. They've got that mid control and they're gaining ground towards short.
Yeah, this could be a little messy because now they're coming up into short. Masuda has to be able to deliver something. He has got Apex who's rotated over very quickly, and they also have that third player just hanging outside of the apartments in the form of Shock. So this could get messy now for Team Spirit. All the kills, a big stack here from Vitality. And now Magic's looking to pick up the scraps. He's got one on Apex. He'll jump back into the market. And in the end, it is ZywOo once again in the 5-7. You know, if the ult's not working, just grab the 5-7, and ZywOo makes it work as well. So 13-12, Vitality are into the lead. And to be honest, it was looking like Team Spirit were probably going to be sending us to a 2-0 win with the second half start that they had. But Vitality clawed this one back, and they're likely to head to 14 because you look at the money from Team Spirit, it's not really in a good spot.
Solid read from Apex in that last round to have that fast rotate over. And I like the micro play of how the round played out, where you get that position where the molly's onto short, and then they all funneled in on that right side, so Apex can watch for them. Masuda's playing on the site. I think Chopper's just teaching this lineup to Magix as we speak.
So, yeah, so you put your crosshair here.
We saw FaZe actually in the charity tournament recently getting taught that smoke lineup.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of players don't know what it is. Maybe we just have to learn it in the game. Maybe that's the rule for that.
Maybe. Well, they've thrown it now. A couple of smokes into A. There are players on the site seeing that it's a fake, though. I think they're going to realize this is a fake, but they've still got to be ready on the B site. Yeah,
Masuda, he's in a difficult angle to clear out if you're on the pistol side of things. And actually, the more Shox commits into middle, the more susceptible this B site is to falling. Shox has got a kill on Mir, but now Masuda really has to deliver. Look at that swing. It's a quick kill coming in from degster. Masuda's done well to pick up one. And Shox has got back over to B in time, and he's tapping away, but he's not good enough to take down degster. 34 kills now for degster. Another kill for him. A 3K so far, and he's not done yet. He's going to try and get the plant in for his teammate. He's trying to pull them into the open. Oh, ZywOo, the timing! So unlucky for degster. And now Chopper looks for the 1v2, and he cannot do it. Degster must just be kicking himself. What more can he do?
Such a frustrating moment. Timing goes against him after getting all those early kills. And Vitality up to 14, despite Dexter's best efforts.
It's even reminding me now more of the Spirit game where he was getting 40 kills on Mirage because they lost that one. It's happening again.
He was getting aim punch there in that second fight as well, so it's crazy that he gets that kill onto Shox. It was always going to be hard to find that timing window onto B. Those shots able to get back in time. Now we have the gun round and some early aggression from Vitality. They're taking a lot of ground on B, and as long as Spirit don't go for a fast play through mid, Vitality will have the chance to get that flank going.
Doesn't look like Team Spirit are going to be going for a quick play just yet either, because that bomb is still back in spawn. They got to gather that back, and look at this. Kyojin's about to spot the head of degster. Oh no! degster down. Not the play you want to lose right now. He's been doing so much for Team Spirit. And now they attack on in. Apex with a quick headshot. Mir's able to trade out, but it's only one for Mir. That's not good enough. And Team Spirit have got to really pick up the pace now. 2v4. Vitality are about to go to map point.
B's open. Still not much of a chance, but it is open.
Yeah, I mean, it's open for the plan. Is there much more they can get out of this? I think Vitality even have enough resources to pull this off. They don't have Molotovs, though, for the retake. And Chopper's actually not even going to plant. And that is going to give Vitality a little bit more time to figure out what's going on. And Apex is up in the apartments, so Chopper doesn't have a teammate. He's waiting for Magix to get closer and closer to the B site before he commits to the plant. And this just must feel like a century in the head of Chopper, who wants to get that bomb planted. And Magix just does not feel comfortable going beyond connector, or window for that matter. So the bomb plant will come in towards short for the post plant of Magix. But right now, if you're Chopper, you need to win this. You need to get this kill quickly onto Apex. Molotov used up immediately. Apex is already on the other side of it. Chopper, oh, he turns around and he gets the kill. That should have been the kill for Apex. And now they can play this together. Magix has a Molotov as well for the post plant. He's going to throw it on in, but his teammate's down. And now Magix, he's missed the molly. He's got the kill, though, and he's still alive. The bomb is planted for him. He's still got flashes as well. He's going to throw them off. He's banking them off the wall. Another headshot, but Shox quick in the reply. AWP in. He's going to stick to defuse. 10 seconds. It's going to be close. It's right down to the final beeps here on the bomb. Shox holding it out, and he's got it just in time. 15-12. Vitality on map point.
Had that kit in front of him if he needed it, but he was confident. He knew he had it. Close round at the end there, though. Surprisingly close in the 2v4. Kyojin getting that early aggression for the flank. That mid play was so well coordinated by Vitality, getting players on all those different angles on mid, catching Spirit in connector, just crunching them from all those separate angles. And then Spirit did as well as they could to try and bring it close, but Magix couldn't save his molly for that post plant. Would have been so nice to have the molly for the bomb, but not meant to be. And now Shox peeking mid with the AWP. As Vitality one round away from taking us to a third. Kyojin misses his chance, misses again. Easy kill for SDY. And now this A site is so susceptible.
Yeah, they lost 2 players already. Shox is off trying to get something, but Apex is down, and now it's just ZywOo and Shox left alone. And Shox is having none of it. He's back through the murder hole. ZywOo is already saving on the other side of the map, and that is what Team Spirit can do. Those explosive plays. Kyojin should have got a kill there for sure. But just unfortunately couldn't get it lined up. Team Spirit not dead yet. They've got to do something for degster. Come on. They need a few more rounds just to keep him on the team. I feel like he'd be putting his resignation letter in at this point. Another one, they're going to do him again.
Oh, they're still in it here on Mirage.
Ugh.
You see the risk of Kyojin there, going for that headshot style. He's very much a player who goes for those headshots a lot. One of the highest headshot percentages out there, but sometimes that can come back to cost you if the spray isn't as comfortable for you. And especially when you go to land, that's the sort of style of play, and that's the sort of player where if your sensitivity is slightly off, you can feel it. If you just aren't as comfortable, you feel like your mouse mat's a bit weird or the resistance feels a bit weird, it can affect you. If you are always going for those precise headshots, Kyojin there unable to hold off early, and you can't go down like that so early in the round. Otherwise, you're opening the door so wide.
That's my problem, Hawker. That's the only reason I don't get headshots, dude. The mouse mat always feels weird. My mouse, it's everything but me.
You don't have that excuse when you're playing at home, man.
Yeah, I do. I do. There he is, bad fallen again, just staring at ZywOo.
Look at Apex go.
Yeah. Apex is hyped up. He's got a lot of energy. He's feeling it. He's feeling like Vitality have got Mirage here. Xtaz in behind him. As we're just moments away from getting back into the action. Will it be Team Spirit surviving and fighting to another round 30. We had that on Dust 2. We were deprived of overtime, but we could go there in this one. The double up setup remains. ZywOo and Shox. Mid-control taken by Team Spirit early. They're going to throw some smokes down, and look at this setup. They're going to try and get Masuda up into ladder room early alongside Kyojin. This setup is really solid on the CT side of Mirage.
Two boosted players sticking together while Apex stays on this side of window. So the A site is left very weak in this setup. Shox is just sitting back with the AWP, but it's because they have those two AWPs that they're more comfortable leaving those sites with just one man holding. They've got one AWP on either site, and then the rifles all focused on mid, and here comes the flashbang.
Yeah, Mio's got to make something work here. Flash goes in, it's blinded. Just one. Kyojin was playing anti-flash on top of the ladder, and he's able to get a kill out of it. And now Team Spirit dealt the man deficit to begin things, and now they're trying to attack up through the connector. Apex tearing them apart, and it's all on Chopper now. Vitality have done it. A close map again, but 16-13 for the Frenchmen. We're heading to a third map in this series. IEM Cologne is delivering great matchups in the best threes already. We'll see you in just a bit.